One thing you said earlier was, and we're going to talk about diet here, was oils. And from the last 10, 20 years, we've heard coconut oil is great, olive oil is great. I mean, are you saying that those foods are maybe things to avoid in order to help our immune system?
Yes, we should avoid them. The only application of coconut oil that I'll permit or encourage is what's called pulling. So you could take some coconut in the mouth, it dissolves, you swish it around your mouth for 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes, and it kind of eradicates some of the rogue bacteria. You spit it out. You don't swallow it. Olive oil itself tends to have a risk of rancidity, but forgetting that whole issue is think of oil itself as a very greasy substance. So if you take oil and you put it on your hand and you rub it together and you touch your face, it's very sticky. If you sprinkle some sugar like you do on donuts, it sticks to the donuts, right? So this oil, when it pours into the digestive tract, in most cuisines that are healthy do not use oils. There's cultures in the world they don't have the money to do it, they don't have access to oil, so they cook or prepare, eat raw, fresh, whole foods. But those cultures that do use a lot of oil, that oil, when it goes into the digestive tract, it absorbs right through the lacteals of the intestines, and then it goes through the lymphatic system, which gums up the immune system. Horrible issue there. Then it goes in through the general circulation, coats each individual red blood cell. And red blood cells, as you saw under the microscope yesterday, they're supposed to travel through the circulation one by one at the smallest capillary levels. But if 2 or 3 cells get stuck together, the blood gets backed up and goes to the surrounding circulation. Now you have depressed oxygen, which is the worst thing for cancer, because cancer can live in the presence of little or no oxygen, whereas cancer hates oxygen because it basically helps to eradicate or build up the immune system, that is, and it helps to fight cancer. So oils themselves not only thicken the blood, can cause high blood pressure, they're well known to be associated with insulin resistance. They cause insulin desensitization, meaning it causes diabetes. The more oil one uses, the more likely they'll develop these problems. And plus, oil itself, when you consume it, when they put tracers on oil, instead of being digested, say under a 800 calorie diet that every calorie should have been digested, the tracers show that 36% of the oil goes right to the fat storage cells undigested, because the human body really doesn't consider oil as the preferred source of energy. It'll burn glucose first, it'll then break down body proteins or protein generally circulating to become glucose and to be burned for calories. Fat is the least easy for the body to burn unless you have a training effect where you exercise daily. After about 9 months, you become an elite athlete, and or at least approaching good athletic capabilities, and your body can burn more fat than it does glucose. So I wouldn't expect people who are trying to consume or force feed themselves oils that somehow the body's going to default its normal metabolism capability, and just because there's more oil circulating in the blood and the general system, that it's going to become a fat burning machine. It doesn't work that way.